Happy Wednesday, straight up Tennessee family. It's your boy Ruck in the building, man. And tonight, man, we're just gonna have a conversation. I think that's how I'm gonna poise this. Is we're just gonna have the conversation. We've been talking about it, been hinting at it, talking through different scenarios of things that we have seen happen over the course of this spring transfer window, the transfer portal. We get excited about guys and then they end up going elsewhere. Is the transfer portal Tennessee's kryptonite? And will Josh Heupel ever sacrifice the culture for wins? I don't know if it's a good thing, but will he ever do it? We also going to tag along with this. The Faison Brandon and Tristan Keys relationship. Is it enough to get Tristan Keys to Knoxville potentially? He just went on his OV to LSU. Didn't look too excited. I don't know. I'm not getting excited yet, but it's something to hold our hats on. And then if Jake Merklinger becomes the starting quarterback at Tennessee, what will we go? If Joey Aguilar is the starting quarterback at Tennessee, what will our record be in 2025? It's your boy Ruck in the building, man. We're going to be joined by some of the guys here in just a few, but you already know what it is, man. Lock in, tap in. It's straight up Tennessee, baby. This is the midweek chat. Let's get it.
Tennessee's the program to keep an eye on. If you want to know which program that's not currently at the head table of college football, it's Tennessee.
Now Meshack's got to go. A fire! Fire wins it! Jahmai Meshack wins it! He needs a strike. Burton needs a bolt. Swing and a miss! And for the first time, Rocky Top reaches the mountaintop of college baseball.
Y'all, these boys keep getting later and later on when they decide to join the show. I don't even know if the show's going to happen half the time because all my guys, they like, yeah, we pulling up, we showing up. But if y'all can see the waiting room, bro, your boy be in here sweating like, okay, am I going to do this by myself once again like I always do? But my brethren Cell in the building, man. C2 should be joining us shortly.
Mic check. 1, 2. We good. We
it's
live.
It's there. It's gonna be a great. I'm gonna say this, y'all. You know what to do, man. Top of the show, like, comment, subscribe, and join. But it's been an interesting week, I guess. We didn't do a show on Sunday intentionally. A lot of stuff going on, but we back here on a Wednesday, and the rumblings, at least here in Knoxville, there's a lot of talk about who really is going to start. And we're going to talk about that here in the back half of this episode tonight. But NBA draft is on right now, bro. Is Chaz Lanier going to get drafted?
Ooh.
Somebody had him at like 38. I saw him at 38.
I doubt it.
What you think?
I haven't seen a mock draft. I haven't seen where he was projected, but
he was projected like 38th, between pick 38 and like 45. The last I saw was him to Detroit, which actually is a great fit for him because their best shooter last year was Malik Beasley, and like Malik Beasley he can shoot that thing, but like is Malik Beasley, like he ain't that nice to me.
Yeah.
The man Dylan in the chat says Chaz to Memphis would feed families. Well, Memphis just made the dumbest mistake. I mean, like, I don't think it was bad trading away Bane, but you did get Cole Anthony in return and KCP, but you got a KCP on his last leg of his career. Like, I don't know. I mean, you got two guys who can shoot the ball that can kind of play off of Ja, but Ja needs somebody that he really can play off of. And he hasn't had that guy yet. So until that happens, I'm not excited about Memphis again. I mean, the best Memphis basketball, bro, was 2021. It was amazing. I mean, it was amazing, bro. That team was amazing.
It's crazy how that conversation is going about now about Memphis needing to relocate. I don't know if you've seen that any, but
They're saying Nashville. Yeah, I've been seeing that.
I mean, me personally, I would love that, but
oh, that would be so dope for the city, bro. Have an NBA team, NHL, NFL, NHL, NBA. That's that boy. Yeah. If y'all don't know who that is, y'all know it's Drizzy. NFL, NHL, NBA. Yeah, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
That would be crazy for the city, but then that would be also more property taxes, and then people can't spend, like, literally people would just not be able to live there, literally.
Yeah.
Look, Dylan said, y'all got enough. We need something in Memphis, man. Well, the problem is
I got that Bass Pro down there.
Yeah, you got the pyramid. She's working at the pyramid tonight. But like the thing about Memphis is like it's the thing that's great about the Grizzlies is the grit and grind thing, right? Like that's what makes Memphis like a great place for a basketball team. But really outside of that, man, like they would receive more money financially moving to Nashville. I don't think they should. I'm not saying they should, but money wise and business wise, it would be huge. Man, shout out to the boy Adrian, member of the channel for 18 months. Shout out to that boy. He said, "What's good? What's happening, Adrian? Good to see you here tonight, man." But yeah, so I like the idea of expansion though, like how they're talking about getting a team in Seattle again. Mm-hmm. That would be amazing. They're talking Seattle about another
Vegas.
Yep, South Vegas, and then I saw a potential for another Texas team, potentially in Austin, Texas. So you've got like Dallas, San Antonio, Houston, and then Austin, maybe. Who knows?
They have those games in Mexico City all the time. I'd rather be there. Honestly, my dream scenario, how they have the Cup games now. I wish they had those in neutral sites where it was kind of like little mini tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
And those cities.
It is a tournament, but
yeah,
the way they do it is weird. Like they got the in-season tournament courts, and it is a tournament game, but it's a home and away game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Dylan says there's been word of an MLB team coming to Nashville. Now that would make zero sense because we ain't got nowhere to put a stadium, bro.
Yeah.
Unless they put it right where Nissan is and they knock Nissan down. That's the only way. But that would be a mess.
Yeah.
Sheesh, man. Well, bro, let's dive in a little bit, man. I've been having this topic in my back pocket for a little while because all winter, everybody's pissed off. Then we get to the spring and it gets even worse. People are even more pissed off. And a lot of people now, it's year 5, okay? It's year 5 for Josh Heupel. This is the year where you have no turnover. What I mean is you have no players from the turnover in 2021 between Pruitt and now Josh Heupel. This roster is 100% Josh Heupel recruits. Mm-hmm. This is the first time, okay? I mean, you can throw in Bryson Eason and Don Bailey as being Pruitt guys, which they were, but they're like 18th year seniors at this point, right? But this is like the first time all your skill guys, your quarterback, your running backs, like everybody is a Heupel recruit. We're going to find out how elite these guys are quick. And if they are, because that's the thing. We don't know, Sel. Like, I think that's the portion of this whole topic tonight is we've not cooked the transfer portal well. I mean, just think about it. Let's go back to 2023 portal window. We were raising all hoops and hollers for my boy, Dante Thornton. That's my boy. The dude hit me up on my birthday. We be talking all the like that's my dog.
That's dope.
But Dante himself would tell you he didn't live up to the hype in 2023. He came in, couldn't just get his feet right under him, like just was injured. You know, he didn't catch his first touchdown that year till like the second to last game against Missouri. And it just was a weird season for him. But he has an off season as a Vol, bounces back. And then we're talking Dante Thornton was probably, Sale, do you agree with me here? I mean, we're probably saying Dante Thornton is Josh Heupel's best transfer portal recruit since he's been here.
Off the top of the head, yeah.
I mean, who, Keenan Peely? You can't say Peely. He didn't play enough.
Right.
Right? Like, you can't say Peely. I'm just thinking about guys like maybe, just maybe. And no, by the time he leaves, Jermon McCoy will be the best transfer portal recruit that Heupel's had.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that. Dylan says this. I think it was out of Dante's hands, to be honest. No reason he should have been splitting snaps with Brazil. Well, I'm talking about 2023 deal, not last year. But I feel like we have heard, Sale, the last few years about guys being interested and excited about Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get to that signing day when that portal window closes. And what happens every year? They go to Georgia. Mm-hmm. They go to Miami. They go to A&M. And we're stuck like, what is wrong with Tennessee? Mm-hmm. What's happening? Is the portal our kryptonite, bro? Like, that's the question tonight. Like, we can sit here and talk about this for 45 minutes. Like, what are the issues on why we can't just seal the deal? They say Tennessee has one of the top recruiting agencies as far as NIL collectives in the country. Tennessee was the, what's the word I'm looking for? Tennessee was the pioneer of NIL collectives when this first thing started because of the Nico deal. Nobody had ever seen anything like that. Mm-hmm. And so what makes the portal more difficult for us? I'm genuinely asking the question because I don't know.
I don't know either. I mean, you got one of the best environments, one of the best facilities in all of the country. They definitely have the money. I don't know. Maybe players are doing what they should and they're looking at, do I fit in this system? Is this system going to set me up for the league? But I truly don't know. I mean, us losing players to Georgia, I understand it. But when you start getting into the A&Ms and Miamis and stuff, I mean, we're right there with them. So it's a great question. I don't know.
People in the chat, everybody watching live, like, throw your thoughts in on this because it bothers me, man, because I'm like, you got 101,915 people every week going nutty. You got tradition. You've got pageantry. You've got swag. I mean, like, Tennessee has some of the best alternate jerseys in the country at this point. You got a young head coach who should have won a Heisman Trophy, who has won a national championship, knows what it takes to get there. But somewhere we're missing the gap. Mm-hmm. I want to read this, man, because Dylan says, we get decent depth out of the portal. It just pains me to see Ohio State get Caleb Downs and etc. Like, I personally think we should recruit depth from high school and chase immediate impact players in the portal. That's not a bad take. And here's why. This ties in kind of this extra thing that I've been thinking about. Boo Carter, that's a great recruit, Sal. Mm-hmm. Boo Carter's a great recruit, right? Let's go on down the line. Like, Boo's been the most impactful. Mike Matthews, we're going to find out this year if he's a great recruit. Braylon Staley, we're going to find out this year if he's a great recruit, right? Because these are guys that committed to Tennessee out of high school. These are not portal guys, okay? Boo Carter is the only one legitimately who has made some noise. And we all know how the dude's elite, bro. And it's all within him, bro. Like he's just a dog, period. Period. Like just a dog. You can't teach that. Like you can teach a dog how to sit, you can teach a dog how to run, but you can't teach a dog how to bark.
Mhm.
And like that's what I explain his game as. He a dog. He gonna do his thing because it's been instilled within him. Now we can train him up and coach him up, but a lot of the stuff we saw from Boo Carter in 2024 was dog mentality. Like he wasn't gonna let nothing stop him. It almost feels like we're recruiting at such a high level, but this portal thing is where we need to be throwing our attention to. Like you should have had Zach Branch this year in the portal. You didn't get a receiver in the transfer portal, bro. Not one, bro. Not one. And not the fact that like we desperately needed a receiver. We've got guys and we know their upside is good, but we don't know how good they are, bro. Like we don't know how good Mike Matthews is really going to be.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how good Chris Brazel's going to be. Yes, Chris Brazel had one of the best catches in the entire season in the biggest game we had last year against Bama. He won the game for us. Dot ball by Nico. I mean, that was the best ball he threw all year, probably. Dot ball, Tutty, Brazel. But outside of that, Sel, does anything ring a bell of like you being amazed with Chris Brazel?
No.
Right? So like we have to, I feel like Heupel has to make a decision, bro, because it's year 5. Like Sel, if Tennessee wins 8 games this year, I think that seat is hot. I ain't gonna cap to you.
Mm-hmm.
I do, and I think that's just Knoxville for you. But go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I think that kind of goes to what I was saying just a few moments ago from specifically trying to get wide receivers out of the portal. If you're a player and you're paying attention to the team system, trying to, further your career, you're looking at Heupel. Yeah, they put up a lot of points, but then you're looking at, Hyatt won the what is it, Blinkikoff, whatever it's called.
Yep.
But how successful is he in the league? Cedric Tillman, he's in the league, but how successful is he? Dante,
he's the Browns' best receiver.
But
it's the Browns.
Right. And then you got Dante Thornton, and they're already questioning him about his route running. So you just got all of these things, and it's just like, I want to get. And then our offense just didn't look that great last year. So it's just kind of like things like that. Like, how successful is this offense really? Like, was it just like the first 2 years, and then now it's done figured out? Like, I don't.
See, you just opened up the whole nother can. I didn't think we was going to go there, but let's go there. There's nothing wrong with the offense, people. Nobody's figured it out. There's nothing wrong with it. Go back and watch film. You have an incompetent quarterback who has guys running wide open that we can't hit. It's simple. It's really simple, bro. Like this is why I try to say this, bro. I say this so much, but I really believe it, dude. Hendon Hooker was not like God Almighty, bro.
No.
Like he was a dog. He had that kind of, he knew football. He was a 5th-year senior, right? Like he knows coverages and zones, and he knows what shells people are playing in. He can make adjustments at the line. Like that's just IQ of knowing the game of football, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing special about that. But what set Hendon apart from everyone else that we've had, meaning just Joe and Nico as the starting quarterbacks at Tennessee, is that Hendon, when guys were open, he gave them a chance.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even like every ball was perfect. Man, I think about against Kentucky in 2022. Jalen Hyatt was wide open on a wheel route against Kentucky in the first drive of that game. He was open for 10 yards. Hendon underthrew it, and Hyatt still scored. But we're saying, oh, Hendon Hooker hit him. It was a terrible ball, terrible ball. But Hyatt was so open that he didn't like, if that was Nico or if that was Joe, we don't score there. Like, just because they're going to be trying to do something spectacular. You know what I'm saying? Like something stupid. And like I said, it's not that Hendon was just like that good. He knew football and was competent enough to hit the guys when they were open. Did he miss some? Absolutely. I think about the Pittsburgh game in 2022, bro. He went 27 of 42. Like he missed 15 dimes. That's a lot. That's a lot of misses. But you don't remember the misses because you remember the overtime throw when he threw it up 50-50 ball and gave Cedric Tillman a chance. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when's the last time we've seen a Tennessee quarterback throw a 50-50 ball? Like,
Yeah.
we've had guys running wide open the last 2 years. So everybody that's saying like it's a gimmick offense and nothing's open and all, it's just we just haven't executed, bro. I went back, dude, and the only 50-50 ball I can remember Nico throwing ever the whole season was actually to Chris Brazil against Vanderbilt. He threw it up. And I went back and watched the Vandy film, Sal, just out of nowhere because Diego Pavia pissed me off last week. So I was like, man, let me go see how we worked that dude in the second half. Like, worked him. That boy threw for 104 yards, and he got the nerve to say that Vanderbilt will run the state of Tennessee next year. So, you slow, big cousin. You slow. But I went back and watched the Vandy film. Dante Thornton should have had about 4 touchdowns that game, but Nico underthrew a deep ball, pick. He overthrew a deep ball. And then he had Brazel on the ball I'm telling you about, underthrown. Like I say, it's a 50-50 ball. He underthrew the heck out of the ball, bro. And like we stretched the field a lot. We just don't have completions. So when people come to me and they say, what's wrong with the offense, Ruck? Nothing. Nothing. Guys are still running open. We just haven't had a competent quarterback to make a play. Literally.
Right.
Dylan in the chat, we haven't executed a game plan in 2 years unless they're Kent State. Yeah, let's not even talk about that. Hendon is the reason we lost Tillman in 2022 early in the Akron game. He did. He threw it high. The DB cut him low. Ankle gone. Bad throw. But Cedric Tillman was willing to go get that thing. You know what I'm saying? Bad throw led to an injury. But still, like, that's what I'm like when you talk about the offense, man, like, I really think there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah. But it's just a matter of what are the people in the portal thinking. That was more so what I was hinting at. Look
at this look, Dylan, I was 20 yards away from that underthrow at Vandy. When I tell you Dante was butt naked behind the side, I was there too, bro. I saw it in the flesh. And Nico did not get hit on that ball. He just missed completely, just threw it up. And I'm like, if Joey or Jake can just be competent, bro, like hit them when they're open. That's all I care about. If you miss a slant, cool. But if it's a 40-yard bomb and the dude's running wide open and you can't hit him, there's nothing wrong with the offense, bro. That's what's happened the last 2 years to us. That's what sucks about it. That's what really sucks. Because what happens is with us is first down is our money down. If you get positive yards on first down, you know this drive is going to be good. But if we get a 2-yard rush or an incompletion on first down, we already know. Let's go play defense. You know what I'm saying? Like rhythm's gone quickly. So that can be something they fix. Like, let's have something for second and long instead of wanting to play in second and short all the time, which I understand you want to play there. But when it doesn't happen, what do we do? You know what I mean? But going back to the portal situation, like Joey Aguilar could be Josh Heupel's best, like one of his best transfer portal additions. He could. And we're all going to be like, there's going to still be those Tennessee fans who say, well, no, we don't, like, we had to have him and he just got lucky. He luckily ended up being good. You know what I mean? It's like nobody ever gets the love they really deserve.
Yeah.
Even if they do come in and perform. So I don't know, man. I do think we have a portal issue. I don't think we have a recruiting issue when we're talking about out of high school, but we have a portal issue big time.
For sure.
And I don't know what to do to fix it. I hope they figure it out, but right now I have no idea what to do to fix that.
Are we getting outbid by, like, I don't know the numbers, like, are some of these players when they're signing, are we not offering the same amount of money? Like I know. I don't remember his name. The player was down between us and Michigan, I believe. Does that sound
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and us and A&M. This was a recruit though, but I'm trying to think of the
It was like 600K, wasn't it?
something like that. We definitely are getting outbidded. We're never the highest bidder.
Yeah.
And that's why I said, like, will Heupel ever sacrifice culture for a win?
Mm.
Like, all you hear from the players is the culture's great. Man, Coach Heupel's building a culture. There's family, yada, yada, yada. Well, dude, I got people in my family that I don't like, and we still family. And when I see them, we good, we cold, we cordial. But when we leave, I ain't thinking about them, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're gonna have to do some stuff like that, bro.
Yeah.
To compete. I'm serious. Like, you ain't gotta love me, bro. But when we on that field, like we locked in. And I feel like that's what we're gonna have to do, bro. Like, throw a little bit more money out for the troubled kid who's really all he got is football. You're gonna have this little girl doing his homework for him every day, but bro, he gonna be so nice on that field. Like, would he do it? Will he ever do that?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's gonna be what takes us to the next level, bro. We need some dogs. Dylan says you're gonna have to sacrifice culture. I know for sure we were pretty held back on Zach Branch because of the off-field stuff. At some point, you've got to risk it. A team of saints never won anything. There were some crackheads on a lot of national championship teams, bro. I mean, I like where Tennessee is, but I just have a problem with where we could be versus where we are.
That's fair.
And I think we're gonna be good, but like when you make it to the playoffs and like you just said, how bad our offense has been, and you make the playoffs in year one of the 12-team playoff, you just expect to freaking make it again, bro. But right now, I don't feel that. Look, Dylan said, crackheads, bro. 08 Florida has serial killer catching passes. Quite literally.
You gotta have balance. You gotta have a preacher, then the serial.
Swamp Kings was a great documentary, though. I ain't gonna lie. If y'all ain't seen it, I ain't even trying to plug Florida football, but that's a great doc.
Man, it was just a Tebow show.
It was. But the story when Major Wright was telling the story of the ball that was thrown on the sideline against whoever that was.
The murder attempt.
Yes. He said, I wanted to strike fear in him. And I was like, we don't have no dogs like that. Boo Carter, maybe. But see, like, Boo Carter would literally be trying to fight a nigga, bro.
We had Western name, but he left. Golly, what's his name? He's the one that came flying across at Oklahoma.
Jacoby. Yeah, he's in Miami now.
Yeah.
That whole move was dumb to me. But my point is the portal is an issue for us. We have guys entering that shouldn't, and we don't get guys coming in that we need. I don't know what to do. Dylan says right here in the chat, Jack was a crash out. Yeah, he was. You
want crash outs on defense.
Yeah. Oh, you want, but see, that was his problem. That's all he wanted to do. He couldn't understand coverage. That boy never got a pick. Like, he was never in the right position in zones and coverage zones. That's why he didn't play a lot of passing downs, if you notice that. Yeah. And everybody's like, man, throw Jacoby in. But everybody on that team knew, passing defense wise, the guy just he never was great. Not that he was bad, he just wasn't great in zones. And that's why I think Idris Farouk, a guy that you need to keep your head on the swivel for. Colton Hood is going to be great. The transfer from Colorado, I think he's going to be another kind of Jermont McCoy 1A, 1B type thing. You can't forget about Jalen McMurray. He's a dog as well. The defensive back room is not the weakest link on the defense anymore. To me, it's the linebackers. And I think Arion Carter is a dog, but everybody after him, you know what I mean? T-Lander gonna have to show me something. He got to show me that he at least can run a 5 flat. The brother, when we go side to sideline, I'll be like, where's he at?
Yep.
And then he be jumping off sides, like face mask. I'm like, come on, Jeremiah. Like, you are a dog. You can make things happen. When you get your paws on people, they fall. But I don't know, man. Let's see what Dylan says right here. Man said, don't get me started. Yeah, that's why that's going to be for a show closer to the season. But we're just kind of having a good conversation right now. It's kind of flowing. So if Jake Merklinger is the starting quarterback at Tennessee in 2025, the Vols will go what? This is when I need the Jeopardy music.
You don't win in the swamp, and you don't beat Georgia.
You win in everything else?
No,
I'm saying that's what I'm like. Hold on now.
You put me on the spot because I don't have it in front of me. I'm saying that Joey has a better chance of winning those than Jake, on top of the original, like Bama. So you got
here. Hold on, I got you. Look, I'll bless you. I'm always prepared. You feel me? I don't play. I'm always prepared. I'm always ready. So here, you got it right here.
All right, with Jake, you got a win at Syracuse, win against ETSU, L to Georgia, win against UAB, win against Mississippi State, possible L to Arkansas, L to Bama, win against Kentucky, possible L to Oklahoma. Who is that?
That's New Mexico State.
New Mexico State, that's a dub. Lost to Florida. Yeah, I'm gonna go 7-5 possibly.
If Jake Merklinger is a quarterback at Tennessee, Tennessee's probably going 7-5.
Yeah,
I think I just don't think. I think he's going to throw the ball around, but I just think that it's like that X factor. I don't feel like he's got that. And not that he can't develop into having that, but I ain't seen no leadership qualities out of the dude. And I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think any of us have, maybe more people know more about it than we do. But
right. That's what I was going to say. I don't know nothing about the kid. I ain't seen him, and I don't know anything about any of the QBs, to be honest. I know that, and he don't have any snaps, but like you're saying, just someone that goes in, it don't matter if he, like Cam Ward, how he just got that wall to him. Like, I don't know if any of them QBs have it, and it's kind of hard to do that walking into the SEC. So,
yeah. Dylan said this: we recruited a starting level quarterback in Joey for a reason. Jake ain't ready. Typically, when Heupel brings in a transfer quarterback, he's going to play. Look at Joe Milton. Joe Milton came in March, though, bro. He didn't even come in. He came in May. He didn't even get there as early or like even know. Like, it's the same situation. Joey and Joe was pretty much the same situation. They got the same amount of time to get the system going. But I genuinely think Joey is just a much smarter football player than Joe Milton, just IQ-wise. Because Joe didn't play a ton of football at Michigan. Like, he played and he started, but he didn't play a ton of football because of injuries.
that's fair.
Joey's started everywhere he's been and started the last 2 years at App State. When you know football, it makes it easier. Now let me ask you this, contrary. If Joey Aguilar is your starting quarterback against Syracuse, the Vols go what? And this is kind of what we talked about a little bit last week, a little bit when we talked the schedule and everything. So you might end up saying your same thing, that 9-3.
Yeah, 9-3, possibly 10-2.
And let me ask you this. Do you think it's a momentum thing with Joey, and here I'm gonna clear this off because I think we're good. But like, do you think it's gonna be one of those things where that first game is good competition? Like it's Syracuse, Fran Brown, great head coach. He's gonna have his kids ready to play. Tennessee is more talented than Syracuse. Period. It is what it is. Like player for player, Tennessee is more talented, but Syracuse can very well beat you, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it's one of those things where, like, after a few games, and then if Joey goes in there against Georgia on September 20th and beats Georgia?
I don't even think it's beat Georgia. If he competes, I think that just sets up the rest of the year for the way to go.
I'm sorry, that's on the 13th.
If he's not starstruck about the SEC, and he's just gonna come and say, I'm here, I'm gonna do what I do, and he got protection, we'll see what happens.
See, I feel like for me, it's going to be like that moment. There's going to be a moment in time where we either this season with Joey, I genuinely think this, bro. I think there's going to be a moment where everything turns for better or for worse. I don't know where, I don't know when, but there's going to be a moment where we're going to be like, he's the dude, or like we're going 7-5, 8-4. You know what I mean? And this is what some would call a down season for Tennessee. We don't like that type of language in Knoxville. Not when you have proven you can do it with a horrible offense that we had last year. It was bad, Sale. There was nothing good about it except Dylan Sampson. I say if Joey Aguilar is starting quarterback here on August 30th against Syracuse, I think Tennessee goes 10-2, because I think there's going to be a moment, bro, where he just everything clicks because he knows the game. Now you're getting to do it in front of 100,000, and all you got to do, bro, if he beats Georgia, bro, he just did something that no Tennessee quarterback in the hypo era has done. I'm going to leave that just like that. That's legendary in the hypo era. Yeah. If you want, like, we haven't beat Georgia since the Hail Mary, bro. Think about that.
Dang. That was 2016, wasn't it?
Yep.
Almost 10 years.
So they feel like they own us right now. And they do.
For sure. And that's what I'm saying. Maybe it takes somebody to come from the outside that doesn't have that mental, mentally already beat, because he's just coming in new, has his confidence, saying I was successful where I came in. I got I'm trying to go to the next level. Maybe that's what it takes. So I think the crowd's going to be juiced, especially if we're 2-0 and a dominant 2-0-2.
It's up.
And we don't know anything about Georgia too, so it's like we're not scared of you outside of, like, we respect the name, but it's just a lot of unknowns, man. We don't know about Joey. We don't know about the pieces around him. It's the only thing for us to do in the summer is just be optimistic on, man, everybody just clicks.
I love that, though. That's what I love about it. That's what I love about it. So, sheesh, y'all. But yeah, man, everybody in the chat, Apple, Spotify, man, put it in the comments. Like, Tennessee goes what with Jake? Tennessee goes what with Joey? I'm interested to see the responses, man. And so, y'all, we'll be back on Sunday. Fun night tonight. But we'll be back on Sunday with a whole new week of shows. Hopefully, we'll be talking more about the Faison, Brandon, Tristan Keys relationship. We didn't get to it tonight, but we'll follow up with it on Sunday. Maybe, just maybe, Tristan Keys gets to Knoxville. Who knows? But it's another thing, Sal. It's not a portal thing. That's another just recruit out of high school. But he'll be a dog. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the potential. Faison. I can't get excited about him until he signs that paper. Sign that paper, then we up. But till then, cool.
Yep.
Sounds good. Cool. You committed, but that don't mean nothing no more. So, but y'all, man, y'all know what to do, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and join the channel. Apple and Spotify, rate the thing 5 stars, and just know, man. Let us know. What do y'all think? Joey starts, Tennessee goes what? Jake starts, Tennessee goes What? We be back live on Sunday, man. For my guy Sel, you already know what it is. It's your boy Ruck in the building, locking and tapping. It's your boys from straight up Tennessee, baby. We'll see you live Sunday night.